Are you listening? Damn.
Used, but I'm just letting everybody know that I just hit it already because fucking
Hey, why not? You know, like we don't even need to do like a real ass interview right now.
I wasn't even planning on like doing one. I was just like, dude, a lot of the best shit that we've said with you or you said to us has just come when we were just talking shit. Like it's just, or I mean, when we were just trash talking.
Exactly.
You know, I gotta stop saying talking shit because I never say trash talk. I always say talking shit.
Trash talk, man. We're building the brand here.
Brian, you're drinking the cheapest beer possible because I gave so much fucking money away at that show.
Fucking A. I gotta grab a beer real quick. Hold on.
It was so fucking worth it though.
Yeah.
Giving away all that, dude. It was. How big did your dick feel, TJ, when we were fucking at that show?
Dude, the only problem is like it's already, you know, it felt pretty normal. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say that.
You already, yeah. I walk around with the 10-inch dick already anyway.
If you ever wonder why I have like a little bend in my posture, that's why.
Dude, my dick. I'm half black. My dick is 2 inches from the ground.
From the ground.
Oh man, yo,
dude,
I just gotta show y'all something. Check out this fucking bottle opener my girlfriend got me a long time ago. This shit is a fucking luchador, and watch how it removes the bottle. It suplexes the fucking.
Dude.
Isn't that the coolest fucking bottle opener you've ever seen?
Dude, that's fucking dope as shit. Oh my god. So did you talk to your opponent after the fucking after everything?
Yeah, bro. I feel bad, man, because I fucking like trashed the dude. Like I just like trashed this dude like publicly, so much so that I already told you Pam Sorensen's like my big sister, you know, basically on the team. And she jumped on his last post about his like last fight, and she was like, "Yo, like, except the fight that you just no-showed to for October 19th." And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like what do you mean? What is she talking about? Like, you had to have known about this, right? This motherfucker had no idea about the fight. According to him, and according to his like manager, the guy who makes like the biggest like promoter in Illinois for MMA and stuff. He I set up all of his fights, and I had no idea about this. We've never been contacted.
Hold on, they said that they weren't even. It's not even the fact that they didn't even agree to it. They're full on saying, because I've been in this situation before where I thought a guy agreed to it because a promoter told me that they agreed, and then I assumed that meant that they had the contract and everything. So I agreed, and when I verbally agree, it was like, fucking, I'm daddy, I'm King Dingling, I'm gonna be there. You know, I said I'd be there, I'm gonna be there. So I'll post about it right then and there when I tell the promoter, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this pussy backed out, and I didn't back out of anything. I never actually agreed to it. It wasn't even one of those situations. It was like this motherfucker didn't even know for real, didn't know.
Girlfriend brought me a shot. Cheers, y'all.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
To a hell of a fight camp that was.
Yeah. Cheers with a beer in a bottle. Gangsta shit right here.
But
you see that? Drink it up.
But no, yeah, like apparently, like they had never even been talked to about it, like, which I don't fully believe that part about it.
That honestly is it is hard to believe, especially when it's announced and you were given a name. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah, I agree, dude. Like I have to have both sides of the story before I can make a decision. Well, but yeah,
I just have a feeling that, like, you know, like as a like promoter, like who's promoting your guy from Illinois, you know, like who like helps set up those fights. He probably helps Zach Riley like set up his fights, you know, and I feel like maybe my name was brought up, and it wasn't like something that like really like was like ringing a bell for him, you know, or something, because he was probably looking more local for Zach, because Zach fights either in Illinois or in Iowa, and he probably wanted to get like a hometown fight, you know. He had actually apparently had a couple fights fall through, sketchy shit going on in the background or whatever. He was like even telling me this over Messenger. He was like, bro, like this has happened to me twice in a fucking row, and then like now this happened to you, and I'm sorry it happened to you, man. Like so maybe he like his promoter was looking for a more local fight, and he was like, well, this is an option, but like fuck that, we got this, you know.
Okay, you know one thing that I'm like, this is just me speculating right now, but just from what you were said, because I've been in this, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or whatever. I had 56 pro fights. I lost most of them. But
you still have 56 pro fights.
Actually, I think I have a winning record. But the thing is that when certain things like this happen, when a manager is managing more than one fighter and stuff, like I've seen, like I've heard of, I'm not gonna say, you know, but anyway, it's happened where a guy is representing a bigger guy, and then will say that, hey, I need an opportunity for my smaller guy, for my bigger guy to do this, you know, and things like that. And usually both fighters are okay with that. But then it comes down to like where they will literally just say, hey, I need you to give me a fight for one of my lower level guys or whoever, and give my upper level guy a good fight. As soon as they get a good fight for their lower level guy, they'll pull back on their upper level guy because they have other plans for him, you know. And I've seen that happen, and it honestly, I don't think it should be any fucking surprise to anybody that should happen sometimes. It's just like, it's just the politics of the game. Like when a guy is representing more than one guy, things like that does happen. Not all the time, and not everybody does that, but
exactly,
it happens.
And see, like, I feel like it was shady on both ends, just because, like, obviously I was talking to both ends of the parties, you know, and I'm like, hey, you know, did this dude even sign a contract? And they were like, no. They said no. Like, and I'm like, the fuck do you mean no? Like that is like the part that's fucking me up. Like, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean no? Like, like.
Hold on. I got lost for a second. It's his team saying that they didn't sign a contract, or it's the promotion side?
Promotion. Bro, like, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean he didn't sign a contract? And they're like, well, he didn't sign. A lot of people didn't sign contracts until last minute. And I go, but this dude's coming from Illinois. Like, I'm like, how the fuck did you think this was gonna play out? Like, if there was no contract even on the day away, how the fuck did you think this was gonna play out, dude? I just fucking suffered in the sauna. I was getting fucking delirious. Y'all was fucking talking.
Yeah, we were talking before. You were cheering. Oh my god, dude.
Man, like y'all heard how I sounded. I was like, man, like, and they just let me fucking do that, like, with no contract. And they're like, well, you turned in your blood work last minute. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's an equivalent. I mean, that equals out.
The contract is the first fucking step. Like,
yeah.
I don't like, Damien, if you're a promoter, I wouldn't like send my fucking blood work to you and be like, I don't have AIDS. Get me a fight.
I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't announce it like until I'd announce it if I know I got the contract. But yeah, but they didn't have a contract. Like, say you not having your blood work in until a week before the fight or what have you. Honestly, that's not too big of a deal. Promoters have dealt with worse, you know. But I mean, not having a contract signed, it's like I would. Fuck, I don't even know. Like I wouldn't count on that guy. You know, I mean, granted that I'm one of those guys. Dude, I just want to explain this real quick. Like, I'm one of those guys that anytime I said I'll be there and I'm going to do it, I've been there and I've done it. Contract or no contract, sometimes I showed up to the fight and signed the contract at the fight just so that there's the legal paper. But people know who the fuck I am. They knew what the fuck I was about. I was going to show up and I was going to be there. I understand that people want to believe that, but as a promoter, you should never trust it. Even in the situations where they did with me, I appreciate the promoters that did work with me in those situations, but I would have never trusted my fucking self. Fucking A. I just had a conversation with Matt Showalter earlier today where it's like it's the experienced pros that have the hardest time he has the hardest time getting their blood work, paperwork, and medical checks in and everything. But the contract is always there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be checking up on this guy, looking, hey, do you got your blood work? You know, because you already agreed to fight. If they didn't agree to fight, that should have been. Bro, you should have known that. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that's
and the guy's from Illinois. Like, he's out of state. Like, you have to have a contract, man.
Yeah, and we're. Damn. Now this, you probably won't even know the answer to this one. This brings up like, okay, were travel arrangements even set up where they paid for it by the promotion? Because usually the promotion handles that, where hotels and everything. If none of that stuff was even booked and there's no contract, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Fuck, dude. Wow.
Dude, yeah, no, it sucks, man. But like, it's just fuel to the fire. Like you saw my post, man. Like, we got stuck in war mode now. Like, I didn't even get to fucking expend it. Like, and like war, Raw is war backwards. And like, I'm bringing the Raw now, man. And I have to because I'm already like lining up something right now for December with Driller fights on that Mecca card.
I was just gonna ask you because I was saying I was about to say that I think the November card might be full. They obviously it's never full until the fights go down because somebody backs out, somebody gets in a car crash on the way to weigh-ins, they slip on some ice, whatever the fuck, tear a vagina,
Careful, y'all.
But the December card is you're looking forward to that one right now?
That's what it sounds like, man. And I'm not gonna, obviously, like, contracts have been sent, and I feel like we both verbally agreed to this, but I'm not gonna drop any names yet. But a little preview to a little interview that we're gonna have soon. I can say if it's the one that's on the contract right now, this dude actually, I believe, is the same guy that beat me in college wrestling in a really close match. And he's a bad motherfucker. And we might be having ourselves a hell of a fight. It was one of those ones I told you about where when I lost in a wrestling match, and in my head I was like, what if I could just punch you right? And now we get to punch. And I'm like, I'm really excited about it because this dude that we're potentially getting, game as fuck, ready to go, chiseled to the fucking bone, looks like a Greek god, man. Like, we're gonna have ourselves a nice little scrap.
And dude, I want you to tell me who it is, but please don't. But fuck, dude, I can't
reveal it yet, man. I need a couple more days. We gotta work some shit out.
TJ was like looking down until you said that, till you started talking about this, and then all of a sudden I can see the intriguement on his face. Intriguement, that's the word, right? Whatever. Who gives a fuck? I made it one now. The intrigue, the look of intrigue on his face sounds better. Yeah, the look of intrigue on his face all of a sudden when you said that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, gentlemen. You might not realize this, but right now I'm a little high. But thanks to the tax-paying voters like myself of the state of Colorado, that's not an issue to worry about. Back to the story. That is fucking fun because one of my favorite fights I've ever seen, and this is a fight that, oh man, I shouldn't even be saying this on the show because, but this is a fight that we should look at doing a possible trash back on, is a fight with Bo Pank and Sam Shad. And these are two guys that were state champion wrestlers in the mid-2000s. And I remember this fight went down at Jackpot Casino for King of the Cage, and these guys wrestled each other for the state championship. So you imagine the blood there, and it was such a close match, and then they had an MMA fight, and this MMA fight was insanity. They went 3 rounds. I'm pretty sure they broke each other's nose, just boom, 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 and it was one of the craziest fights. And and it was the perfect timing because this is the perfect time to plug it. It was at Jackpot Junction where there's going to be fights on November 15th, and it was a scrap. Both guys were from the area, so when I think of 2 guys that had a close wrestling match who want to throw bones, and one of those guys is potentially CJ motherfucking Hayes.
Goddamn right.
I go, oh shit, and I kind of go from like right here to what?
Oh, dude, and like it's awesome. Hold on, time out before I get into this part. Who won that fight? Was it the one who won the state title that year, or is the one that lost in the finals?
I believe it was the one who won, Sam Shad. I believe he won the decision.
That's not a good sign for me because that's.
No, it's motivation for you. It's motivation.
I know.
To undo what he did, and then ultimately, if it's going down at Canterbury, it's at a different place, so that omen is gone. And fuck TJ for even bringing that up. Wow, what an asshole!
No. Stop.
No, it was completely relevant.
I would like to start my rebuttal by saying, "Fuck both of you, gentlemen," and also. I'm gonna second my rebuttal by saying it was completely relevant in the fact that it's exciting, and even more relevant that every fight is completely different. So
you're right, TJ. You completely saved yourself, but I will never fuck myself. I will always fuck you.
No, there's one thing the fans of Trash Talk realize is I do's the fucksin. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's true because I don't give a fuck. Like dude, there was this one dude like standing over there like begging for fucks. I had a pocket full of them and I couldn't even give it to him because I've never given a fuck. No. And I don't give a fuck. I will never give a fuck.
That's the most dangerous part about this fight.
That was a Chris Rock bit, by the way. I'm not trying to get sued. I just had to say that. Okay, sorry.
but that you make a good point with that Chris Rock reference because like all this shit that's just gone down and like I know this has happened to plenty of fighters, so I don't want to act like, oh, why me? Because it happens to everybody, man. Like this kind of bullshit. Welcome to the fucking fight game. I'm still fairly new, but guess what? This ain't the first rodeo. It ain't the first time I've ever been fucked over in my life. So like this fuel, like I don't have any more fucks to give. I'm on my last fuck, ball. And if we're talking about fucks, man, we could get this fuck in this one next fight. Like, and I know that this dude's coming game, and I can't wait to fucking release who it is, man, because like he trains with some of my old teammates and shit, like even back from high school national team and stuff. He trains with some really old friends of mine. This shit so deep, and I'm so excited because this dude is such a monster that like as much as I love to knock people out, man, I don't think it's gonna be a knockout. I think this is gonna be one that afterwards we're gonna be like, why the fuck didn't we do that while we were pro? Why are we right now and we didn't get paid?
And you're still gonna do it. And you're still gonna do it right now. You're already thinking that, and you're so fuck, dude. That's respectable as fuck. But then I feel like honestly that this is gonna lead to another inside the trash can, because if there's that much history behind it, like we're gonna have to get into some to our Geraldo at large and get in depth in this interview shit with you. Like this is I'm ready to hear some fucking stories.
Yeah, dude, like I see, like I even know like our mutual friends that we've like trained with, even still train with to this day and stuff like that. I know that they want this fight to happen. They're like, no fucking way, these two are gonna fight each other. Like, and like they don't even know each other that well. But man, I don't know how he is on his end, but the respect is definitely on my end. You know, like
yeah, I can hear it in your voice and the things that you saying that it's not you. It might not go to a knockout. It's like,
dude, this dude's
you
got
always playing for a
mind,
knockout
man.
though.
He's got big ass head. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Like, dude, I would have to fucking hit him with a hammer. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll have to check with the commission, but I definitely don't think hammers are allowed in the cage.
not. So that's what I'm saying, man. This might be a 3-round war that everybody wants to come see. And I know a lot of my fans are probably a little skeptical about buying tickets because of the last bullshit.
Yeah.
Which everybody, I'm still working on getting us a refund.
Yeah, I hope that all gets it worked out and everything. Yeah.
Just for people who didn't go. But
yeah.
Other than that, like,
can I ask you this?
Yeah.
You said the people that are gonna watch it go down. Okay, I don't want you to reveal who this was. There's already a lot of fuck. You already gave a little bit of background and all that stuff. I want to ask, like, where's this guy from? But if that ends up giving it away, don't say it.
Man, I just don't want to say anything yet.
Okay. Yep.
I will wait till both ends are signed. But
I'm gonna like look all this shit up as soon as we're done. I'm gonna like try to find out.
But just know that
is it this guy? Is it this guy? And you just don't say anything, and then I'm gonna not say anything myself, and that's how I'll know
that his coaches and my coaches have both said verbally yes. Like to Jeremy, they both said yes. We got the contracts today, but I just need to sit down with Coach Ben because this fight. Here's another part. Here's another fucking. I'll even throw another little bit of kindling into the fire for y'all. This fight's at 180. Now, don't get that shit twisted. None of y'all get it twisted. I'm never fucking going welterweight.
Oh fuck.
He wants to go welterweight as a pro. And he wants to start making his way down, and I think I could make 180 for this. So, we are agreeing to go 180 pounds for this fight. So I just need to sit down with Ben, and we need to figure out our mad science fucking diet plan to get 5 pounds less than it already is when it already sucks, which we will. No, there's no problem there. Coach Ben's a monster. Like, we got this shit. But,
you're talking about Ben Locken, right?
Yeah, of course, Ben Locken.
Okay, yeah.
There's no other fan in the diet game that's fucking like Ben Locken, man.
I'm just trying to make sure everybody else knows because do you know how often he checks his Facebook? Is he on Facebook at all?
Yeah, he's on Facebook. I don't know how much he checks it, but he's pretty active on social media.
Well, I'm like, I don't know. I want to get him on Trash Talk because everybody that I've interviewed that has ever even worked with him or knows him has only had good things to say about him. I only had good things to say about him just from, I haven't known him after high school. And even when we were in high school, I didn't really know him too much. It was just, he was the older guy that always had the game plan, was leading the workouts in the workout room and things like that. And I was like, I'd like to have him on just to get inside of the mad scientist's mind on coaching and training and everything, you know? But that's why that was something a little bit different. That has nothing to do with you, but just I'm like, Ben Locken is a guy that, I mean, everybody that we've interviewed from the Cellar and most of the guys from Star BJJ have all shouted out every single interview. I'm like, how much does he actually do? Like what, cause I know he's a pad holder. I know he's a striking coach. I know he's a dietitian. I know he's fucking workout explosive. Like what doesn't he do?
Dude, Coach Locken does everything. Like that dude is just an absolute like mad scientist is like the best thing to explain him. He's just like he's crazy with it. Like this is why I challenge anybody to do who is like wondering what Ben Locken's about, and just buy one strength and conditioning session from him. Just do one. And I promise you, it'll be the coolest, craziest shit that you will like immediately, like, you know how like Augsburg Wrestling embraces that 1% better every day. Because, you know, if you get 1% better every day, that's 365% better every year of you.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Coach Locken, one strength and conditioning session, you will feel 5% better. You got 5% better. Like, dude, it is like the strength and conditioning equivalent of if you just juiced and did fucking steroids. Like, dude, I do one session with him and I'm like fucking foaming at the mouth. And like literally, because like he works you till you drool. You know that drooling point you get to?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cool. And like I get this foaming point and I'm just like, kill. And I'd never think like that, because you guys know me. I'm a nice guy. I'm pretty laid back. And he'll get me all fucking crazy. Like,
yeah.
Fucking mental, really, like that. And like that whole hour of strength and conditioning, you will, in your head and out loud, tell Ben to go fuck himself. You will do it at least 3 times in the session, internally or externally. You will tell him to go fuck himself.
I believe you.
But you get through it and you're like, oh my God, dude, I got so much better today. Like, and 1 hour, man, he'll just fucking do it to you. Like, people that come to our MMA sessions for our warm-up, they're like, dude, that warm-up's like conditioning. What the fuck was that? like,
yeah.
Man, like, and like, that's why, like, I want to wait until everything's signed, because I know that my opponent's going to sign it. He knows he's going to make this weight, and I know I'm going to make this weight, and we're going to make this happen. I just want to sit down with Coach Ben, go over our diet plan, and go over how bad this is going to fucking suck to go 180. and then I'll sign everything, and then we'll be like, cool. All right, let's just announce it now. But yeah, best, you know, like this dude is gonna be probably my toughest opponent yet, and that's including the TBA opponents. You can cut this part out of the interview, but we'll have to do.
Are you listening? Damn.